brings you the divisional round of the NFL Playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Seahawks and the Saints on Sunday night.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Coming up tonight, as we close another Sunday of football, we have a fantastic matchup for you between the Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints. I'm Kate Scott. Joining me, as always, my partner in crime, Brock Heward, and we are excited to bring you this NFL divisional round game. Well, excited, the word that you and I get to use, Brock, as do all these great fans in attendance, but for the players down on the field, I think a better word to discuss in this situation might be pressure.
I don't think there's any question about that, Kate. With every one of these playoff rounds, that pressure just grows. It increases. That Super Bowl gets closer and closer. And your game, what's got to increase with it. If you can't take your level of play up a notch from the previous week, can't rise to the occasion and find that extra gear befitting the situation we're in, well, that's the week you're going to be sent home and be a fan like the rest of us.
So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And they'll be led out by their QB, now in his 8th season in the NFL.
If we had asked Sam Darnold, coming out of USC as the 3rd overall pick in the draft, to write the story of his career, I don't think he would have written some of these chapters. But in the end, it makes you tougher. It makes you grittier. And playing quarterback in the NFL is a lot about that. Your ability to just withstand adversity and to continue to get up time after time after time. And Sam Darnold has shown.
Space on the right. He's got room. Hits the 20. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead right away. Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Reed. Return's looking good so far. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. Leading him out, someone in his first NFL season, their rookie starter from Miami.
The biggest mistake he can make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace while the opposition just set. Even if it's a quick score to begin the game, he's got to have the poise and the patience here to run the opening script they've planned for all week long. Play your game and not let the circumstances dictate and force your hand early.
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings us 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
From the 39. That's caught by Chris Olave. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints finish off their opening drive. Chris Olave with the touchdown. PAT effort coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints start off well to tie things 7-7. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Nixon now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They motion Cup over right. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. And it's just a little more variety to your play, but makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Completed here to Johnston. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing fourth down. Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Second drive coming up for the Saints offense. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. Has some daylight through the 40. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 45 on second down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Throwing now from the gun. That pass caught by Dotson. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Elliott's on first and 10. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum. Give him a few yards on that run. It's second and 7. Throwing off the play fake here. It's Dotson on the catch. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. He'll look to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. First time this game they've looked to him. So that brings up second down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He's on the move. He takes it himself. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10.
On the Seahawks 14-yard line.
Dropping back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
A give on third to Elliott. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Escapes the pocket. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Saints break the tie here in the first. They'll set up here for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Nixon now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
That'll do it for 1/4 of this NFC divisional round matchup. It's a 14-7 game. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. About set for the 2nd quarter. Seahawks football here. They have 2nd down and 5. Walker now from the gun. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. Now Darnold. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And the Saints will get set to take over. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. They have played lights out on offense, scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. This drive will begin with a run from Elliott. And the powered play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Got a man. It's Thomas. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
That one's incomplete over the middle.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing from the gun here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tried getting it to Chris Olave. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. They're going for this. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on fourth and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Here's Darnold to throw. Cup on the catch. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. They'll go with Walker on the counter. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line. All right, here we go, second down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up third down. To throw, here's Darnold. Smith and Jigba there to grab it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Chased out to his right. Now he takes it. And he drives this forward to the 6. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks parlay the interception into points. Myers gets the point after the go. And the Seahawks tie things up at 14. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Reed. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. And they're going to be looking for a little redemption after their interception last drive led to a tie ball game, 14-all. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. 2nd and 3 now. From the 32. Split. Oh, the football's loose. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up what's...
So just like all touch...
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's Thomas, he's got it. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Saints are going to have a first down. Trying an inside give to Elliott. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Throwing the out route complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. Elliott straight ahead. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Byron Murphy there to make the play. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. And it's the Saints facing 2nd and 10. He'll throw it. Able to find Dotson here. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. They'll come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On 2nd down, along with Elliott. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
The Saints calling for a timeout, their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. Broken up by a big guy at the line. It's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his right. And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints take the lead just before halftime. Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Nixon now to return it. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Drops to a knee, and that pesky final second runs off. So we're to the end of our 1st half. So we're to halftime in this fight for a spot in the NFC Championship game. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach,
we'll
what you got for us?
Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the visiting Niners who are able to come away with the road victory. Brock Purdy, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that 1st half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Thanks
These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back
to
at
this
it.
one
For the
as
call,
we
let's
begin the
rejoin
3rd quarter.
Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt.
This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Saints are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And I hate to say it, but it kind of feels like the primetime lights have blinded him here tonight. It's been a real rough showing for him as we're seeing here, Brock, a lot of plays that he's going to want back. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Throw reeled in by Thomas. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They get 6 and a 1st down as well. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. Now here he goes. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd and 1. Throw right side, caught by Thomas. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
To throw it on 1st down. This is complete to Olave. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Escapes out to the left. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Saints double their lead to 14. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Nixon now to return it. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The Seahawks offense running out now. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a one-score game. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he'll do what he can. That carry gets to the 35-yard line. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They're going play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively. But listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
3rd and long for him here. Walker hauls it in. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. They're out now, ready to punt it. Michael Dixon will kick it away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. That punt goes 63 yards. And it'll be their football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Into traffic, complete. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the 1st sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Got a man. It's Thomas. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Completed left-sided Thomas. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
That's cut beyond the marker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Oh, I love fourth downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
They run it from the gun with Elliott. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC divisional round matchup. It's the Saints with the ball, trying to keep their postseason run going. Ball at the 33 for first down. He's gonna throw this one. Hits him on the out route. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Now the shotgun give to Eckler. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. They managed a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. He has the first over the middle. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. It's a New Orleans touchdown. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity, certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Nixon now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Johnston brings it in. Now he's past the 25. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Hand off to Walker from the gun. Crosses the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks get it 2 possessions. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Point after, up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks get it back to a 14-point game. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Reed. And look at this return. And that'll put him up across the 35-yard line as they begin the series. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On 1st down, here's Eckler. Runs inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at the 28. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
That's good for the Saints.
Look into the air here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 16 on the Seahawks 34-yard line.
Trying again following the sack. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
That one gains 7. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard
From the red zone now. He's on the move. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
To throw again on 2nd and 10. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
This one's caught. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
He keeps it himself. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Saints have likely locked up the win right there. That one right down the middle. And the Saints stretch their lead to 21. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Nixon now to return it. A nice return, but what a hit we had at the end of it. The Seahawk offense taking the field now. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Darnold looking to throw. Short pass brought in.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
That's JSN, Smith and Jigba on the quick slant. Keeps it moving. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks get it back to within 2 possessions. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. Myers gets the point after to go. And the Seahawks get it back to a 14-point game.
Seahawks, 1 game.
They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. And no problem for the Saints. They cover it up. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now carried by Elliott. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense.
Offside. Defense.
Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. A 1st and 5 to begin this drive following the penalty. On the give, it's Elliott. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Right back to Elliott now. Has another lane. And he's finally taken down at the 7-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
They'll run here with Elliott. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Again, here's Elliott. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. That run good for a gain of 2, and just like that, we've hit our 2-minute warning.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. On the move, headed right. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. He'll throw it from his own end zone. That's incomplete left side. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith-Njigba. And now they face 2nd down. Throwing again from their own end zone now. That's Smith-Njigba on the quick slant. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. Throwing the out route complete. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he's stopped. Finds Smith-Njigba. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Throwing it again here. That throw finds Johnston. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Down 2 scores, no timeouts remaining. Long odds ahead of them. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw it again. Completed here to Johnston. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Now Darnold. Connection made to Smith-Njigba. And they get this down to the 28. To throw, here's Darnold. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down. this undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. One final shot here. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that pass falls incomplete. Well, they kept trying, they kept taking shots to the very end, but now we have reached that end. This one's over. So it's a win for the Saints. And they took care of business just as you'd expect a 1 seed to do. And they're going to get to stay at home another week and welcome in another opponent with a conference title on the line. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Saints as we say so long from New Orleans.